Okay, we're going to use our isometric dot paper and our knowledge about how to create buildings. You've been practicing from our last video to actually draw some building plans. Now there's some terms that we need to review. There's a base outline, there's a front view, a right view, or we could have any view, left view, back view, top view, bottom view, but we're going to limit probably most of what we do to the front view. And a base plan is simply telling us how many stories high that the building is for each section of the building. So, for example, this might be a base plan, and it'll tell you whether it's the front view or right view. So if you're looking at the front of this building, you're going to see that on the left it's 1 story high, and in the back it's 2 stories high. And on the right it is 2 stories high, and it is 3 stories high. Now, as you begin teaching this to children, you will need to be able to let them demonstrate this base plan. So here is our 1-story building, and right behind it we have 2 stories. And then on the right we have 2 stories. And then on the back we have 3 stories. So the students should be able to pick this up and look at it like from the right, from the left, from the top, from the bottom, whatever view that they are looking at. So you're looking at the front view. So this is what you see from the front. You see the blue is 1 story, and then you see behind it is 2, and then beside it is 2 stories, and behind that is 3 stories. Now, how do we draw that on isometric dot paper if that's what we see? So we're trying to get dimension and knowledge about 3-dimension. But this is what the base plan looks like, and this is what it would look like if you built it. So as you have students thinking about base plans, then you should give them blocks and different base plans and have them create those. What would this one look like? Well, it is 2 stories high, on the left side, and then there is a 1 story, and then a gap, and then a 1 story, and then beside that is 2 stories. So this is what this is going to look like if you look at that from the front view. So we build it. This is our base plan. All right, now let's look at what it would be like to draw this base plan. See if I can zoom in. Alright, so here we have looking at it from the front, we have a one-story, then behind that a two-story, and behind that a three-story. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to see if you can draw that. After you draw it, see if you can write the base plan. Okay. If you make your base plan, you would have, looking at it going this way, we would have a one-story. Behind that we would have a two-story, and behind that we would have a three-story. Now there's nothing beside this one, but beside the two-story is a one-story, and beside the three-story is a one-story. So this would be your base plan for this 3D Okay, also we should give examples of a base plan and then which of these would match that design. And so let's look at, here you have a 1, 1, 1, a 2, a 1, and a 1. So if we're looking at this from the front, we could not have this two-story here. So it's not A. we look at the next one, can't be that one, because look at it, it's a 1, 1, 2. So now if I look here, that doesn't have a 1, 1. I look here, it does have a 1, 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2, 1. A 1, a skip, and a 1. But is it turned where you're looking at it from the front? Let's look at the next one. If we're looking at it from the front, you see a 1, a 1, a 2, a 1, and there's a 1 back here we don't see. If we're looking at it from the left front, this would be, if we're looking at it from the right front, then this would be. So looking at it right front, it's this one. Looking at it left front, it's this one. Okay, let's look at another one. This is a 1, 1, 2. No, excuse me, a 1, 1, 1, 2. A 1 and a 1. We want to look at this one from the back left corner. So we're going to look at it going this way. So what we're going to see is this 1 space 1, and then a 1, 1, 2, and then this 1 in the very back. So let's look at this. We have a 1 space 1. We've got our second floor, right? And then we've got our first floors. All right. Get this. I would like for you to see if you can make on your isometric paper a floor plan that is 1, 2, 3, 2. See if you can draw that. This is what it should look like. If you look at it going this way, you've got your first story, second story, third story, and then second story behind the first. So if you're looking at it going this way. Now if you look at it going this way, your floor plan will be a 1, 2, 2, 3. So depending on looking at it from the right view or from the left view, now look at this one. If you're looking at it going this direction, what is your floor plan or your base plan? Okay, so this would be one. Behind that is 2, and behind that is 3. And then beside the 2 is 1, and beside the 3 is 1. Now this would be a 3, a 2, and behind the 3 is a 2. We don't know what's behind that. So this base plan would be a 2, and beside the 2 is a 3, and then behind the 3 is a 2. So see if you can draw those. Now you could actually have a little history lesson when you are doing the base plans. And these are called ziggurats. It's an ancient building, and these buildings were designed in flats. So here we have a 3x3, and then a 2x2, and then a 1x1. So archaeologists have uncovered about 30 different ziggurats dating back to 3000 BC. These are in the Mesopotamian cities. and they were creating artificial mountains to house their local gods. So they had the walls painted different colors, and they had plants and trees were growing in the terraces. And the base was about 350 square feet and about 174 feet high. You can see these were very large. So now the base plan of this ziggurat, if I'm looking at it going in this direction, would be ones around the edges and then twos in the interior and then 3 in the very center. So the base plan would be, again, with a 4 by 4, where I would have ones all around and then twos. I should have a 5 by 5, sorry. So I have ones all around here and then twos and then 3 in the middle. Sorry, you couldn't even see that. Ones all around the edges, twos around that, and then 3 in the middle. Now, how do we draw that? Let's see if we can figure out how to, here's maybe a better example of the base plan for that particular ziggurat. So let's see if we can draw a ziggurat. Now this would be a ziggurat, a very simple one. So we have to build our center first, and then around that we create and then if we want to make it 2 layers high, we can do that. If we wanted to make this second story, shading helps on that, on the ziggurats as well. And then on the third, if we wanted to make it 3 high, we could do that. So see, I'm going to let you see if you can practice making this ziggurat on your paper. All right, I want you now to give me the floor plan or the base plan for this shape. And I want you to draw on isometric dot paper the 3D image for this base plan. Now this is looking at it from the front. This is 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2. One, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2. This is the base plan, and I want you to draw the building. And for this, you see the building. I want you to give me the base plan. So you can put that on Blackboard.